Hello, friends. How's it going? We don't have the most professional setup today. I'm missing a few components. I'm back in Oslo, streaming from Oslo. So, hang on, I'm not even sure. Oh, I'm really high. Hang on. Oh, we going down? I'll tell you what, this hoodie makes me look wider than I am. What? Looking for a game to capture? What the hell? We got the game ready to capture, brother. There we go. All right, everyone. How's it going? First things first. Apologies. It's been a little while since we had a stream. Last time I streamed, I just streamed on Twitch, and it was the interview with Mio. It was a fantastic stream, but it came just before I went on holiday. I've been hopping around all over the place recently. So, yeah, techies just suck, man. I was so pro techie until I started playing on Overkill on Syntax Error. Those enemies do my head in. We know they're overtuned right now. Let's get some in-game audio. Just have to... might have to play around with things because it's been a little while since I've streamed from this setup. As you guys can see, different background every time. Yeah, it's their DPS, but also techies need to be easier to find. And I know that Signal Scout isn't working properly at the moment, which sucks. But I think the other issue is, and I've got a video that's coming out this week where I talk about this a little bit. It's not specifically on the techies. I just couldn't help but mention them. I think the problem is, on harder difficulties, you don't tend to be able to run around freely and do what you want, which is, I think, the game design. But really, to shut down the techies, you have to be able to run around and get to them. So, yeah, that's where the problem lies for me, at least. There's some game design discrepancy. I feel like there should be a way you can directly disrupt them or force them to come to you or something along those lines. Otherwise, you're just on like a wild goose chase, which isn't super fun. ECMs crash the game sometimes. I love that. They buff the ECMs, but also give them the chance to crash. I haven't experienced that personally, but that sounds annoying as hell. So no pop filter on the mic. Just fair warning, everyone, today. My girlfriend is at work right now and has just finished work, I assume, and is now shopping, Christmas shopping. And I have asked her to go find a pop filter, but I'm not sure how easy that will be. We'll see. I've got to keep my phone accessible. Do I think the secret loot will lead to something? I am positive the AI core will. The painting on Under the Surface, I'm not 100% sure. It would be cool if it did, but I'm maybe it will, actually, because we've not seen much from... what's his name?
There's an armored
What's his name? You've not seen him for so long. I've forgotten his name. Beckett. Yeah, so I've done so little with this heist. Basically, I played it in early access. I've played it a little bit since. I've mostly just been using the FSA. Hints to what the next video might be about. Yeah, I've not had a lot of time with this DLC on my own account, so I need you guys to assist me with a few things, such as actually getting the Sins AI. Hello everyone, by the way. I am trying to juggle the Twitch and YouTube chat simultaneously. Thank you for joining me. Really weird time to be streaming, I know. What, it's 3:15 UK time, 4:15 Oslo time. But I'm off work, so I could stream work hours on a Monday. It's incredible. Yeah, so I'm positive that this campaign, like the Syntax Error chapter being chapter 1, I'm positive that will go somewhere, and things like finding the Sins AI could be useful. I saw someone, was it KMD, who was like, dude, you gotta have Joy keep the Sins AI as like a pet dog or pet cat. I love that. I love that. Hello, Goose Love, how's it going?
Won't get clear.
welcome back. 3 months of membership. For some reason, the little Jimmy. First of all, he's gone tiny, and also it shows up really strange in my stream chat. Yeah, KMD, that is such a sick idea. I love that concept. You're a hero. Have I heard the voice lines in relation to Dragon and Clover and Sangres? Yes, and Houston. Houston, what was it? They say kill on site. No, arrest on site? It's almost confirmed that Houston is A, in New York, B, alive, C, gonna be part of the Payday gang again in the new year. I would stake my house on it. I don't own a house, but if I did, I'd stake it. I'm positive Houston's back. I'm pretty sure it will be, you know, a similar likeness, same VA, the old Houston you know and love. So that's exciting. Those are big character teasers. Whether we'll actually get the likes of Bonnie and Clover, I don't know. I was surprised. I thought Sydney would have been one of the reference characters. But yeah. Still no offline mode? No. Nope. We'll keep asking. I mean, I've been losing my goddamn mind about it recently because I've been moving around a lot, recording videos from different places, where my internet isn't always that good, but I'm playing solo, so it shouldn't matter. But if I see that notification in the top right-hand corner of my screen ever again, I'm gonna break down. Currently, I'm on gigabit internet, so it shouldn't happen today, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, Sydney seems so obvious. Derek Ray has always Houston in Payday 2 in his Twitter bio. Yeah, he's had that for years, though. I think Derek will be back. Because he did used to voice act Houston, unlike the old Eric Etabari scandal. Well, it wasn't really a scandal, it was self-manufactured. Anyway, this weapon's sick, let's play some Heist. You guys want to join me for a syntax error? We'll smash it out on Overkill, we can try and grab sins as well. This Heist is difficult, and especially on Overkill with the Techie, it's hard. So you better be prepared for a rough time. Yeah, the CrimeNet browser, a Heist browser basically necessary, especially if you're going to have this like progressive, solid DLC system. Regardless of the pricing, the issues I have with that, I'm very pleased that the Heists are accessible for everyone. The community is already much smaller than what we're used to in Payday 2. If you started gating them off from access to certain Heists, like, it would be game over. So I'm glad they've not done it that way. But fundamentally, they're still slightly gated. It's not ideal. Hello, Lucky. How's it going? Thank you again, by the way, for making that video about the C-stacks. It looks like it landed. I enjoyed it. Streaming on YouTube today? I'm streaming on both. I'm multi-streaming. Making use of the thing I paid for a couple of months ago. Yeah, I'm on both. You keep going into Heists for kills and accidentally stealth the whole thing. Yeah, I wish combat challenges weren't such a sort of necessary part of leveling in the early game, but sadly they seem to be. By the way, if anyone else wants to join and they have me on their Nebula friends list, Starbreeze friends list, whatever it is, please do. I'm not sure Arco and I can take this one alone. How's my day? It's alright. I got a video done this morning, which is always nice. I'm off work, so I've got the ability to stream at strange daytime times. It's good. I'm not super centered at my camera, am I? Oh, that's going the wrong way. How's that? That's slightly better. Alright. We'll see what happens. We'll see if other people can join. You got fired, confirmed. I am on annual leave, thank you very much. These are my holiday days. I'm choosing to spend them with you, Walksley. Don't make me regret that. No, we're still a wagey. Yeah, I normally can't. I normally can't stream at these weird times. Sick how quickly, like, I personally, and I know other people online were able to find like exactly where this is located. number three Ryan Park. It's actually Bryant Park, isn't it, in New York? Yeah. Even the food stalls are remarkably similar. How can you join? You just need to add me on via the internal in-game friends list, the Nebula friends list, and then you can hop in. I'll go going for that. Those stealth plays.
We've heard that Scry employees get automatic updates when the door codes change.
You much prefer Payday 3 over Payday 2? I mean, I'm playing some Payday 2 right now, and I have to admit, there's a lot of things I'm like, oh, what the hell? Why can't I do that? Payday 2 is old and bad, but at the same time, I'm like, actually, this game's incredible, and I played it for years and years. So I sort of refuse to besmirch Payday 2, because it is an incredible game. I enjoy Payday 3's combat loop better, or more, and I generally think stealth is superior, but you just can't compare the content right now. Let's be honest. That's what makes it hard. The area around the Sin's office is great. Yeah, I just think in general, this heist looks cool. I'm pretty pleased to see the DLC heists are following that same sort of pattern that we've seen with the Payday 2 DLC heist, where they went more different environments across a single heist. So you've obviously got the escape, which takes place in this area, which is pretty unique in and of itself. We've got the upstairs offices, which feels a little bit more standard than the rest of the heist, but then downstairs in the actual Sins area, it's again really unique. This heist is too easy to stealth. Yeah, it can be a little bit. I'm pretty sure I managed to stealth it in the closed build on Overkill without any skills. So,
you're not allowed in here.
Dasher, you like the movement in Payday 2?
I'll show you out.
Yeah, it is worth mentioning that
Fantastic.
even though Payday 3 has some improvements in movement, in other areas it's a lot slower and a lot heavier. Why does it feel like I'm dropping a few frames on here? Weird.
There's a guard.
Do you think this heist is consistent to stealth? Yeah. Something to be said for that when compared to stealth in Payday. In some of the other Payday 3 stealth heists. What heist springs to mind? I actually feel like of the recent releases, they've been pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of stealthing.
Watch the Sith.
Oh, it's the first heist called. No rest for the wicked.
That control room monitors all security in the basement. If you get the chance, it couldn't hurt to take a look.
I'm like, I'm slightly lost, but I'm also, I feel like I don't understand. Is it VSync? Am I getting messed up by VSync? I'll just get screen tear instead. That's better. Worth buying the Payday 3 Standard Edition? Ooh. That question's got even more loaded because the DLC is super overpriced. So, hey, it's Kane. Thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, I mean, my perspective is if you're interested in playing all of what Payday 3 is going to have to offer over the next 12 months, you definitely should pick up the special edition because goddamn, that's the only price efficient way to play the DLCs. But now I'd still my current stance is just hold off on it. Just hold off any purchase if you're still on the fence right now. There's a lot of good, but there's still a lot of bad. Oh hell.
What did I just hear?
The update in January is going to be a quality of life update. I mean, I think personally, I think Starbreeze aren't sure what to call their updates. So just because it's being described as a quality of life update doesn't mean there's not going to be pretty impactful changes. I imagine there will be some skill rebalancers and things like that added. Even if quality of life is the #1 focus.
Spotted a guard.
Hang on.
Guard.
Good job. Good job. My body's nice and thin.
Spotted a guard.
Ain't nobody seeing wolf like that.
Watch the guard.
I am not set up for stealth. Also, we need to go loud to steal Sins. Waiting for a huge ammo economy update. That's interesting. So a lot of weapons have perfectly fine ammo economy. Shotguns in particular. Some struggle though, and I think the FSA is one of those weapons that does struggle a little bit. Why am I picking up these explosives? So, you can drop the zipline in one or two places, can't you? This is obviously the better location for stealth. Since that seems to be the plan.
Take a good look.
I don't think
In a
I
few years,
Guard, over
this
there.
don't think I have a suppressed
is the
weapon,
only
so
one to hit.
if I get spotted, I'm in trouble. Also, why can't I zipline in Casey mode? Come on, man.
Guard.
Sometimes you can't tell the enemy's dead after you shoot 2 or 3 times. Do you want to know why I think that is? Because I noticed that a lot when I was using the FSA.
There's the guard.
I think it's because the enemy ragdolls are a little more indistinct in this game.
Watch the guard.
I think they're superior, but in Payday 2, you could tell
There's the
someone
guard.
was dead because of how they'd fly backwards. Whereas in this game, hey, that wasn't me.
Switch plans.
We can go out.
Do anything else until we shut down the
Yeah, I just think it's a little.
floor plan puts the
Oh, I
safe
put the
houses
zipline in the wrong
core
place,
in
though.
that control room above the server rooms.
Yeah, I think because the stun animations are so consistent and enemies are always falling backwards and stuff, you can't tell whether you've actually killed them or they're just falling over.
Wolf, listen.
Yeah, I mean, I think the ammo economy is a little difficult with the FSA.
Tag out some civilians. I can use them to negotiate with the police.
I'm not even sure it's worth negotiating. We're probably better going for the armor pickups now.
Following warning. Put down your weapons and come out.
Should probably be listening for those Sin's voice lines as well.
Sin's blocked our goddamn shutdown command.
Hope there's a mod for removing dead bodies.
Find a way to
You mean
deactivate
instead of having to
the
drag them
AI's
around?
polling system.
I was talking about this with Mio just recently.
Police assault incoming
How I
in
think
30
that
seconds.
there's actually some issues that have been brought about by the changes to bodies just being these like freeform ragdoll pickups. I think there were some advantages of the old system. That's just me. Is there a point to stealing the AI itself? I mean, it's a challenge. I assume it also earns you money. And as someone was saying,
You found all the servers
I'm
we need.
fairly positive
Just
it's
have to
going
get
to
to
be
the
part
top
of the
side.
narrative in some way.
Okay, time to get
Johnny
busy.
Sins will be back. They paid good money for his VA. Wait, what the hell? We've already...
The cops are swarming the streets up here. The front door's
Ah.
no good. Rig some explosives
That was
in that
fast.
utility space by the control room, and we'll blast a new exit through the
Do you think
sewers.
Payday 3 is worth buying on the next-gen Xbox? Yeah, I understand the game runs pretty well, but I'm still going easy on the Payday 3 recommendations until there's some like fundamental changes to the game. Right, can we press the buttons, or does picking up the drone server make that impossible? I genuinely have no idea.
They deployed the hostage rescue team.
Thoughts on new shotgun? Yeah, it's incredible. It's one of the best weapons in the game. It's also really fun to use. Guess we just go for the final charge. I didn't realize you could do this so quickly if you have success stealthing early on.
Whoa, fuck! That was a bigger explosion than I expected. But it worked. That's all that matters.
Do I not have... I honestly thought I had transporter skills. Apparently I don't.
Alright, now just hold on until the helicopter gets here.
Alright, now I complained this was boring as hell because I played this heist on hard and very hard, but actually the holdout is reasonably compelling.
Clear the area.
Alright, this shotgun does fall off quite a bit against, like, especially against heavily armored dudes. Where am I taking damage from, man? These techies.
Let the shield kick in. Shield's gone.
But yeah, we can get kind of funky with it. What surprises me is how, like, decent this weapon's range is.
Stay in line, squad.
it is like drones are tankier. I think it's because they don't really have headshot hitboxes. So that's my assumption with why drones are so busted. Is he dead? Apparently so. Wait, no, he just charged. Tell you what, not the best weapon at killing those. Well, you can see I'm going a little bit negative on ammo, partially because I'm being so spammy. But
Secure the servers. Then we can head out right away.
fortunately, I actually have teammates that are picking up kills.
All that data is valuable to someone.
Anybody need armor?
What? Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
One bag and counting.
Anyway, that was pretty good. Good job, guys. Made that easier than it had to be. Yeah, I think 3-plate is superior for playing solo because 2-plate can be hard to get the AI to proc armor drops. Payday 3 is looking better and better every day. I don't disagree, but there's still some really fundamental changes I want to see added to the game. Okay, apparently that's the first time I've actually completed the Heist without getting down. Good. And first time I've completed it on overkill. Loud, at least. Pretty sure I stealthed it already. Didn't steal the kitty? Yeah. Is it not possible when you've already grabbed the server? I honestly have no idea. I feel like we should probably run that back. Steal Johnny Sins.
There's a lot of cats.
I really like the marketing for this, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw the syntax error marketing. Very ARG style Scry Digital thing. It was cool, but like so few people latched onto it, and they've not done anything with it, which is slightly disappointing at the end of the day. Let's use the war, by the way. This gun's really good as well. Yeah, we'll see if the game can return to the former glory of Payday 2. The thing is, Payday 2 is still kind of glorious. That game's still succeeding, so as long as there's interest, and like I said, I've been playing a bit of Payday 2 recently for a certain challenge run. Payday 2's build variety, yeah, that came with a lot of time. At launch, Payday 2's build variety was pretty poor, if I remember. You had completely useless strange skills, for one, but also you just had to play armored. It's amusing to me, you know, they say history repeats itself. It's funny to me how similar Payday 3, like its first few months in terms of meta and generic complaints, how similar it's been to Payday 2's. Yeah, car locomotive tech forcer, heavily armored, car 4 builds. I actually, holy shit, cool, Mass Strider. I actually think that Payday 3 has marginally more variety than Payday 2 had at launch. And hopefully we'll get the medic bag buff soon enough, and medic bags will actually be a worthwhile playstyle. Sentry gun playstyle already super viable, just underused, I think. And ammo bag playstyles, not amazing, but if you play around the throwables, which are really strong, like my frag grenade build, they can be good. Ow!
Guard.
Yeah, well, Payday 2 is more of a horde shooter already. I'm gonna set the alarm off. Goddamn stealth Susies out here need to buckle up. I'm so happy this Heist has a good way to break stealth, and no one can do anything about it. Let's go. Oops. Why do I have... Oh, dude, I'm in a stealth build. I'm sorry, everybody. You have fun with that. Someone join that lobby and play. I don't want to sit through that in loud. God damn it. Oops. Oops. We try again. Worst teammate. Breaks stealth because they're realizes they're in their stealth build. Abandons lobby. You can bash open the doors, yeah, or shoot them open. But the reason I've started bashing open doors is because if you fire at them with a loud weapon during the first response timer, you can end negotiations. That's why. Drink up? Ah, because I'm a multi-stream, again, I don't see the Twitch-specific things, but thank you. Curly hair Zoomer cut boy. What? What? We're getting back to Jimmy territory. Holy shit, I got sent a few pictures of me from a couple of years ago. Hey, you guys will have seen it because I was streaming around that time, but I had a lot of hair. Have I been able to do the 19-bag cook-off run? I haven't been able to do it on Overkill, no. Oh, fancy seeing you guys here. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can melee open doors if you don't want to shoot them, or lockpick them, or run through them with the skill that lets you destroy doors. Did I see Liverpool versus United? Unfortunately, I did. I sat through all 90 minutes of that, and it was rubbish. I'm currently on holiday. I'm visiting my girlfriend in Norway, and I'm wasting my time watching some of the worst football matches I've ever seen. Oh, yeah. We're a 4-plate Freddy. I feel like I've not done a lot of that. Yeah, Strider, you know what's coming next, man.
Okay. The servers we need are kept downstairs. Time to switch plans.
Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Attach the code breaker to the keypad.
I mean, hell, you can melee everything. Well, why'd that not make any sound whatsoever? Interesting, interesting. The SMG looks amazing. This gun is sick. Just this inspect animation sold me on it. Look at that! The most unnecessary flourish.
Tie down some civilians. I can use them to negotiate with the police.
I'm really not sure it's worth... negotiating early anymore. It probably is with these guys up here, but the fact that armor repair kits are so useful means that manipulator builds have definitely got better already. Ooh, someone fired a bullet. This thing like barely kicks as well.
What was that interference?
I mean, if you're playing 4-plate, you don't necessarily have to take all the armor supply. You just happen to have 4 plates. But yeah, I feel you.
Okay, time to get messy.
I wouldn't say it's throwing, but I definitely think the players who are moving with the meta more have switched over to like 3 and 2. There is some advantage for 4-plate, especially if you do weird things like I do, like with my no-shooting challenge run. 4-plate is simply superior in most situations there, because it means you have more plates from the start of the heist. I love how like the war feels like a good weapon, because it's an SMG that isn't really playing like an SMG. Little ammo run. Yeah, this thing's super ammo efficient. SMGs in general are quite ammo efficient, except for the Ziv Commando, which shoots actual peas. When am I getting a buzz? Probably in the new year. I do go decently short. Get rid of those goddamn curls. Yeah, as a kid, I always hated having curly hair. But as an adult, you know, I like the occasional change up. Right, you have to hack Sims first, right, before you can press the buttons. That I do know. I once watched an Unknown Night video. I know my stuff. Honestly, I've seen some people shitting on the Marston rifle, but that gun really is not bad either. Okay, I won't lie. The major problem of me having 4 plates is that it makes me play reprehensibly. I see all that armor I've got, and I'm like, yeah, I can play like a goddamn lunatic.
Sin's locked us
Why
out.
not?
We need to loosen this thing's grip. Let's try disabling the cooling system. That should
Two-plate
activate the AI
might be
processing
optimal
power.
for like ultra mega build, mega meta builds, especially like shotgun builds that benefit from going fast. Oh, I really wish they'd have a play with the lighting. That's one of my most major complaints with the game. Getting blinded by the light when looking through scopes and things. I'll tell you what, if they want to make a quality of life change, that'd be an excellent start. The funniest thing about the micro Uzi being bad, like the Ziv Commando, is in not the micro Uzi. Like the micro Uzi's always been pretty good in Payday 2, but the other Uzi got buffed, didn't it? Right before Payday 3 came out, as if to prepare you for the horrendous mediocrity of the
and receive professional medical aid.
upcoming one.
One of the server rooms just unlocked. Sins must be glitching out. Try to shut down protocol again.
I'd be so you know, we have 3 weapons again thanks to overkill weapons. I'd be intrigued by the possibility of having a third weapon like we used to, like always having a base pistol, but actually having a proper secondary again, like a secondary SMG.
Till they hit you. Focus, people.
I'd be down.
All right, I'm linked to the terminal.
Alright, it's Techie wave now, unfortunately, so it goes from quite easy to absolutely miserable. And I didn't bring ECMs either. I'm honestly trying to like...
The FBI is here. Cops won't back off
Okay,
until you
FBI Vandal spawns outside. Hot damn. Alright, Arco's on it.
Data verified. That's one of the servers we need.
Yeah, I mean, this is one legitimate strategy for finding the Techie.
Kill the cloaker.
Oh, someone's... That's the hell? Why are all the cameras marked?
Scanning unregistered military weapons.
Activated a backup cooling system.
Yeah, interesting,
Disable
interesting.
that too.
Can't shoot to that wall back. Did zappers actually rip through you these days? Don't get hit by them. The Ziv just needs a few like general buffs. And it's not far from being valuable in certain builds. Just really struggles with armor penetration, and that stat needs to be less hidden. Man. I already have a problem with stats being generally more hidden in Payday 2 than in Payday 3, sorry, than they should be. But like, especially armor penetration, one of the most important stats in the entire goddamn game. They don't focus enough on the controller players. I don't disagree. Although console has been a huge focus, it even was in the marketing. I mean, you could play Payday 3 early at Gamescom just by going to the Xbox booth. I don't think it's a lack of focus necessarily. Maybe just more lack of experience.
We got 2 server rooms open now.
How did that man dodge all my bullets? What a hero.
Shutdown command one more time.
When does Johnny Sins actually talk about the missing heisters, by the way? Is it when you steal him? Because I've only... What the hell? I've only heard it through that. Like, through the YouTube videos. They will fix the Dead Zone stuff eventually. I mean, it pisses me off it's taking this long, but they will fix it in the end. We can get the AI now? Hell yeah. It's upstairs in like the bookshelf, isn't it? I can go past the one upstairs. That guy looked like he was holding like a fake pistol. They are not arming these boys properly anymore. Techies, by the way. Ah, it's wild, man. Yeah. It makes sense that it's while he's malfunctioning because it does sound malfunction as hell. I assume we have to press these buttons simultaneously, so I'm waiting on your go, Arco. Yeah. You want to count it? Are you watching? Shall I count it? Go 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Oop. Hell yeah. Johnny is ours. I wish he talked to me like the Borderlands gun. I want him to like be whispering sweet nothings in my ear the rest of the heist. Is that so much to ask for? I think, yeah, all masks should definitely come back. It's not like they're trademarked. Those are actually Starbreeze properties, and that's a really good shout. Like, characters like Jimmy and Scarface, who they might have a hard time getting back from a licensing standpoint, just bring the masks back.
But don't think they'll give up that easy. Stay crossed.
There might be something... I might be chatting absolute shit there. There might be some licensing issues with that, but I don't know. This has been quite easy so far, by the way, simply because the techies have not been all over us. As soon as they start being all over us, we're in trouble. The video interview was really good fun. The thing that's annoyed me is how slow I've been to actually get it uploaded to YouTube. The plan is to get it uploaded on a second channel, which I will use for other sorts of videos. So, long-form content, like interview content, podcast-style content, but also maybe some challenge runs on different games, if there's an interest in that. I'll have to see. So yeah, just appearing on YouTube today, a Yell Wonk was born. And the Mio interview is currently uploading, and I'm gonna edit it, hopefully, on the YouTube editor. I don't think I've ever used that thing before. You want Jiro back? But personally, I don't think anyone's been assassinated. I don't think they're gonna... I don't think they're brave enough to actually kill anyone off. And that legitimately disappoints me. Not that I want all your favourite characters to be dead. Just, I think there could be some, you know... That SWAT shield just bounced up to protect his boy. That's crazy. I just think there could be some value in putting some emotional beats into Payday 3, alright? Don't touch Jimmy or I will lose my mind. They'll kill someone surely. I honestly don't know if they will. Rust is like the most popular one to die because he definitely has the fewest fans and the most enemies.
All the servers we need. Just have to get them topside.
We going for all loot here? It's crazy. I've been playing so much solo overkill with AI recently. For video stuff, obviously. But, god damn. Having an actual team of, like, competent teammates is insane.
That was a bigger explosion than I expected.
I forgot this could even be a thing. Are we waiting for something? Or have we got them all?
Get ready, guys. Bombs are prepared
Alright,
to
I'm out.
shoot all they got.
No scope the cloaker.
Till he gets there.
Silent file here.
You won't get past me!
Keep the park clear of
DLC's price is half the base games. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's infuriating. I think it's been completely mispriced. And I mean this from like a from Starbreeze's standpoint. Like, yeah, they would undoubtedly get. What the hell are you doing? Where are you going? They would absolutely get more sales if it was priced more reasonably. You know, I'm not just saying like it needs to be priced better for the consumer standpoint. There are so many cloakers on this heist. Off he goes with his bags on his back. Oh, he gone. The player count's low? Lots of reasons. There's not a lot of content in the game. A lot of the most recently added content is expressly DLC content, which is quite expensive. The player base is more split around consoles because of certain decisions they've made, so it's less Steam-centric.
Kill the shield!
A lot of people who play Payday 2 got the game for like anywhere between $1 and $5. Whereas, I mean, the game did go on a brief sale, if I remember, but it's still been pretty expensive most of its lifetime. You cannot deny the power of this weapon. Holy. Armor meta reigning supreme. You got Payday 2 for free. Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you play the sick free game with like 8 years of content at the time? Payday 3 was never going to be as successful as Payday 2 initially. We just have to hope that the game ends up being as successful with years of great updates. And actually, since we've started getting updates, I've become more confident in that fact. But there's still a lot of moving in the right direction we need to do. How did you get Payday 2 for free? They gave away like 5 million copies or something back during the Search for Kento thing, if I remember correctly. Is that a car 4? Hell no, it's a SMG, believe it or not, but it's got like the incredible steady aim of the car 4. Good stuff, guys. We managed to get I Employ You. Little AI boy, and we got no data loss. So good stuff. Yeah, it's the war. SMGs are better than most rifles by a long shot. What, in Payday 3? Do you think? Like, if we have a look at the VF7S is still the best weapon in the game, I would say. Up there with the SAA-144, I'd say that those two contest it pretty closely. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Northwest. I'm not a big fan of the Car 4 in this game, but the KU-59 is fantastic as well. And the AK is really strong. From the SMG standpoint, the SG Combat 7 and the FIT, they're alright. I'd say they're pretty mid-tier. And you've got the Ziv Commando, which is the meme tier weapon. And you've got the War, the new SMG, which is sick. This UMP type thing. I really like it. I'm basically running it with no attachments right now, by the way. Don't think we want that grip. I'll take a little bit of vert recoil reduction for horizontal recoil reduction there. Classic RDS is a nice sight as well. I'll run the FIK though next, I guess. I feel like I run the Biofit grip on basically every weapon. Okay. These are the ones I still need challenges for, but goddamn, I just want to use the FSA, man.
There's a lot of cash.
Let's queue some regular heists. Let's queue touch this guy. Just a fun heist, what can I say? I still just enjoy going in, sitting in the toilet. Have I tried the new ECM stun in Loud? I bet it is really good with the new shotgun. I haven't really, because I just think it's not a worthwhile input of skill points if you're actually like trying to do a proper overkill setup. But it does sound like a fun way to play. I should test it out, shouldn't I? We'll use it at some point this stream, I think. I'll switch up my other build. Yeah, I don't like the Northwest. It's got no kick, so it's easy to control, which is fine, but I'm not a huge fan. Hidden Thermite, oh. Lucky boys. Do I have an emergency plan when Payday 3 doesn't work out? I mean, I've mentioned that I want to branch out and do some different stuff as well, and I'm also going to keep doing Payday 2 things, don't get me wrong. But I am full-time employed, so I'm not panicking just yet. If Hacker has one fan, it's me. Hell yeah.
That's the penthouse's main entrance. Another way in could be through the ventilation shaft.
Yeah, with Scrambler not quite working to actually call out techies, like I actually think
Ready, player one.
Look at all these bags we've had delivered. I think once that works as intended, maybe we can have a conversation about Scrambler being decent and useful. Currently, the hack is too slow on the drones. It needs to be instant. You need to look at them and be like, you're my drone now. That or the drones need to last forever until destroyed.
Keys are stored on a
Just a
hard
suggestion.
drive kept in a hidden vault. Find the master bedroom. According to the
I'm actually playing
that's where the
unmodded
vault
right
is.
now, Shadow, so I've had a few issues since the last update, and a few mods have been broken by certain changes.
There's a guard. I heard something.
Well, are you bringing him in here? You gonna do the dirty on him?
What was that noise? Stop! You guys heard that?
Oh shit.
The
Wait, he's
electrical
going the other way.
bedroom door is connected to the local network.
Wow.
Get me a clear
Through
Wi-Fi
stealthers.
signal, and I'll override it.
Hello. This is not the security guard. He's dead on the floor. I'm here with my crew to rob the place. No, just kidding. Did I
Any
fool
plans
you?
to speedrun this game? Yeah. I actually was routing the original full game speedrun, and I realized that there's going to be so many new heists added that it's probably going to change so frequently. And the thing that put me off a little bit was the fact that new techs were being found like every single day. Something new was being broken.
On the floor.
They heard nothing. The search has been triggered. Is there desync in this game? There shouldn't be desync, no, because it's server side. I mean, there's lag. Don't get me wrong. You can have lag issues, but not desync. Oh, desync with the enemy bodies. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I just think that's... you can pick up the radio from further away. I think that's what happened there. Like, he either had the long-range answer, or he picked up the radio while the guard was... No, actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that was happening. Maybe desync is just in the game.
That's it.
Look at this Payday apologist.
Somewhere in that bedroom. Look for a switch or a hidden panel or something.
You can do this heist, no mask, yeah. Yeah, bodies must be client side. They are, yeah. I actually knew that because, like, ragdolls and things are client side as well. I was thinking more so like the classic Payday 2 idea of
That
desync.
did something. Take a
To
look
be
at the
fair.
wall panel behind the bed.
Wait, have we lost Mason?
Shit. I was afraid of this. The vault needs a code. Check the office.
Mr. Mason. Oh no, he's there. The problem I have with negotiation, right, is it slows down the beginning of the part of the game I enjoy the most. So sometimes I trade a hostage, I'm like, why did I do that?
Yes, that's it. Now get to the office.
The Hunt Showdown? Yeah, Hunt Showdown's a game I've taken interest in before in the past, actually, but
hidden in the office. Find it.
I only have room for so many competitive games in my life.
Should be a switch or something.
I hate being bad at competitive games, and when you pick up too many, that's what happens.
I'm tracking another assault team. They'll be there in about 30 seconds. A safe in the vault? God damn it, enough is enough.
I'm so annoyed how they added the asset to make this work, and have managed to break the UI interface for it.
Cops inbound.
Signal scan is supposed to speed up circles. That's not something that I'm aware of from any point in development of it, but hell yeah, sign me up for some fast circles. I'm more than game.
Great. Now, make sure they haven't added any additional encryption to the drive. Plug it
There's a
into the computer
bulldozer
in the
there.
office.
What the hell is he doing here? And why is he walking backwards? Okay, I am 99% certain that one of the biggest problems with overkill difficulty in Payday 3 is that with a decent team who knows what they're doing, you clear it so quickly that you never get to actually enjoy it. This gun sucks against dozers, by the way. Just a heads up. I'm gonna let that shield run in there. You lose your one-shot ability as soon as the armors come out, by the way, unfortunately.
Have arrived.
You guessed the code once? You know, I full-on guessed the code first time in one of my videos recently. And I just showed the gameplay. Didn't even talk about it. Because I was so proud of it occurring. So in Golden Shark, saw the numbers, typed them in. It was like a 1 in 32 chance. I reckon we've got pretty good control over this this area, guys. This is some irresponsible Payday gameplay, but like, you can play irresponsibly because the heist's almost over. So we hardly have to worry about conserving our resources. I just think there's some, like, they've really tripped over their own feet with this. Like, the whole game is designed around this attrition-based gameplay, where everything's meant to be a little bit drawn out, and you have tough, long fights, and you get too greedy. But if you play with any degree of optimality, you complete the heist before it's an issue. Also, that does just got styled upon. With grit, you can kill a dozer in 6 bullets with the shotgun? Nah, no way. Really? I've never felt that before. I've consistently found that it has 2 issues. One is dozers and one is shield. Like, it's really intended as a regular enemy destroyer. I mean, just look at how easily it deals with most enemy types. Oh, it's my sideways armor bag. Hell yeah. It's time to bring back Infinite Heist. I mean, I actually think on Cook-Off, which is a heist that is conceptually infinite, what was conceptually infinite, and was changed to 19 bags. I do actually think the heist is pretty long and drawn out, still. And that is when the attrition gameplay looks like it's at its worst. Hello, Paddy was here. Thank you for the sub. There was a message with that as well. I don't think she's going to read it, though. God damn it. How am I going to see that? Hang on. Stupid shields. I guess if you get right up in their face. Woohoo! What a beast of a weapon. Oh, dude, someone always forgets a piece of loot on this heist, I swear. It's alright, I'll go grab some. I bet there'll be some up here. Wait, what the hell? Is it just bugged? Pretty sure that's all loot. The zapper is fried! Yeah, I don't know. The secure all loot thing hasn't gone away, but here we are. The thing is, I don't think the game is like scaling for 4 players. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so easy for us to blitz our way through. Yeah, is this bugged? Oh, the cop took a loot bag. I did not notice. Yeah, a heist like this wouldn't just be so easy to blitz through. Like, I loved this heist in the first couple of weeks when we didn't know exactly what we were doing with it. And I know what? It took 8 minutes 50 seconds, which is fine. That's a fine length of a heist, but no, the majority of the heist was done when the heist wasn't fun, if you know what I mean. Like the first 4 minutes where we were just slamming our way through objectives, there were hardly any enemies, we were doing it during negotiation and stuff. But at least the FSA is just one of the most satisfying weapons we've ever seen in Payday. It's got that going for it, at least. Yeah, alright, we're using the variant, aren't we? I've just realised. I'm running the Tactician Coup de Grace variant instead of the Powerlifter one. Let's try a little Scrambler, why not? So, We don't want that. That's for stealth specifically. This doesn't work properly for Techie, so screw that. But I would be interested to see if you have a tool in your loadout. Yeah, we need that one. Need that one. So the way full recoil works is if you place... It works with like cam distortion, right? It isn't useful with kinetic short circuit or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. Also, hang on, I'm switching over to the Twitch chat. Hello, Paddy. Playing this game at launch with you was the only other time you played. God damn, that sucks, man. CrimeNet does need to come back. I mean, it doesn't have to be CrimeNet, but it has to function like CrimeNet. I just think the way matchmaking works right now is dreadful. It's part of the change to always online. It's a mistake, and they need to change it. Simple as that. What are we working on? I'm just playing around with some different builds and showcasing the new shotgun and some of the new weapons that were added in the update last week. It works with infrasonics as well. Yeah, that skill that protects you from zappers and cloakers isn't that good, is it? Because the time it takes to mark a cloaker, you might as well have just shot them instead. Hey, Peacemaker, how's it going? Yeah, game scaling is whack. Yeah. Yeah, you're completely right reading that comment. Everything is way too tied to heist progression, which means you can cheese certain things. I've had heists where I've been really efficient on, like, syntax error, for example. I've found the servers early on and things like that, and it's caused the techies to spawn early. And they've given me hell from a much earlier wave. And the same thing with final charges. When you're playing solo and you want the AI to drop you things like armor and health, they won't do it when you're on a final charge. So if you're too aggressive and you get through too many objectives quickly, you actually get punished by the game. It sucks. I completely agree. Offline mode needs to come back. Yep. Yeah, I think we know at this point why it hasn't. It is more to do with the complexity of adding it than anything else. But like, proper matchmaking is more necessary than anything else in my eyes. That's I don't really like the idea of having to ace this out to actually get use of kinetic short circuit, but we will try.
This small bank has an
Why not?
There's a lot of cash just sitting in this
Let's
branch
use it
bank.
on Road Rage. Lack of players, but it's more to do with how matchmaking is working. Like, there are plenty of other players playing the game. You just can't matchmake with them properly. Paddy22. That's because Paddy was here is also in the chat. But he's in the Twitch chat. So many Patricks. Yeah, I think that the way the waves are scaled could be much smoother. You could have situations where fewer dozers spawn on earlier waves, but they still spawn at certain moments. It is a real problem. Hell yeah. So look, we're going to use all of our assets here, and it's going to mean we turn this heist into nothing. Just absolutely blitz it. Don't mind your sentry build. Dude, sentries are mega viable. They got buffed in the last update as well. If I'd been able to use sentries as well as everything else in the no shooting run, it would have been legitimately easy.
We're on. The diversion worked, and the truck will be here shortly. Let's go to work. Set up the EMP. When it goes off, the truck will be disabled.
And I mean, this is the perfect example, I think. At launch, we played this heist. We were playing through the heist in order, obviously, so we played this heist second. And I remember we had a hard time finding these initial objectives and getting everything ready in the time before arrival. Which meant we actually had a really tough time with this heist, and I think on very hard, this was the first heist we ever failed. Whereas now, everyone who's been playing since launch can play it with their eyes closed.
something's wrong.
They find the wheel ramps instantly, they open everything up, and it means you blitz the first half of this heist, which is where most of the difficulty lies when playing on Overkill, and so it's still really simple. So I think for all the changes that have made Overkill harder, like Syntax Error, for example, is probably one of the harder Overkill heists because of the addition of the techies. It's still not that relevant if your team is fast. They don't have to be good, they just have to be fast.
The remote steering device
We got
gives us
crosshairs in
control of
Payday
the
3, yeah,
vehicle.
truly
Place it on the
revolutionary
truck.
stuff.
I'm in. This'll take a second. They have security in place to prevent.
Yeah, I
this
do
sort
think
of
doses
thing.
coming earlier would make ammo as a
More
droppable
cops on the way.
utility
There is 30
more
seconds.
viable, but I also think people have problems with ammo already, so they might want to look to shuffle around how the ammo economy works.
They're
Because it is pretty tight at the moment for most weapons. Things like the Mosconi and the Rheinfeld do pretty well regardless, like shotguns in general, except for the semi-auto. 90 bucks for a DLC, holy. Target, that is spooky. I would not touch that.
We're going to use the ramp at the end of the construction site to expose the bottom
Right
of
over
the
there,
truck.
Rook.
That's the best way to crack it open. Stay close to the truck to keep the connection
What?
going. If you stray too far, it'll stop moving.
The Castigo is still just like straight up one of the best weapons in the game. Yes, my sentry friend. Is Bane dead in Payday 3? Weird, right? Like, President Bane is somewhat passively referenced by his absence. Like, the fact that the president is now McKendrick means that President Bane has to be somewhere. But, like, regular Bane is gone. They're not going to bring him back because Simon, as far as I know, isn't willing to do more VA work. It isn't his main role, it's what he enjoys doing. And they're working on that new heist game. Is it called Den of Wolves? The game looks kinda neat. Is not what I was expecting them to come out with. Although, maybe I should have, because when we were at Gamescom, they were doing interviews and things, and like one of the major things they said was like, oh, we were surprised that Payday 3 played it so safe. And I was like, what? What do you mean played it so safe? Payday 3 is just like
Great. Now let's get this
a
game
clear
wide
evolution
open.
of Payday 2.
It'd
Follows
take
a similar
an hour to
formula.
drill those back
But hell
doors,
yeah, they played
but
it
the
safe compared to
electronic
going
lock
like
can be rewired from the
ultra
tunnel on the
futuristic.
underside.
So yeah, I respect the guys.
Watch the hostages.
$27 over here in Australia. That is just overpriced.
Okay, smooth sailing so far. Keep the cops away from the truck so they don't
Okay,
piss
that
our
was
Cheerios.
that was a few more bullets than I'd like. Also, the way enemy spawns are tied to player location, that definitely
Almost there.
influences the
Get those
difficulty.
cables exposed.
It means that by me being out here,
There, it's open.
I might be taking a bunch of damage, but I'm also separating the enemy's focus and spawn locations,
Chuck the bags into the loot chute.
which is basically allowing the teammates to get the bags out without being interrupted at all. Oh yeah,
Two bags and counting.
I
That's 3
I
bags.
brought this, didn't I? I brought this for a reason. I haven't used it once.
I got the sniper!
4 bags and counting.
Sometimes you just get those nice moments, you know? Those nice little shotgun
That's all of it.
moments.
Let's get out of here.
Got spare armor here!
Keep moving along the bridge. Watch out. They're bringing in dozers.
Can I, anyone want to spawn for me so I can show off this new skill? No? Okay. Thank you. I didn't even have rush. Shit.
Hurry up.
That rush.
Down the scaffolding.
Holy, that looks so sick though.
Okay, grab the ropes and harnesses and rappel down to the ground.
You think you killed 3 cops. Yeah, see, like... Ah! God damn it, Payday 3.
Need armor?
It's like we've optimized the fun out of it.
Dropped an armor
That's my
bag.
problem.
Yeah, we made it.
Alright, I gotta use that again, because that looks sick.
Fantastic work, gang. That's exactly what an armored transport should look like.
Do you feel like a critical mass will occur of content saturation, where like Payday 2 players will spill over? I think what will happen is the game will have what is perceived as a good amount of content. It will go on sale. Lots of people will buy it. And, you know, we'd see somewhere in the region of like 10,000 concurrent. Sort of Payday 2 numbers we were getting back in the day. Before, really, like, the expectation of 30 to 40,000 players has only cropped up over the last couple of years. We had big spikes, obviously, bigger spikes than that, like 250,000 might be somewhere in the region of the highest ever Payday 2 player count. But yeah, the game will get cheaper, and there will be enough content that people latch onto it and keep enjoying it. And what emerged in Payday 2 that I've seen less in Payday 3, but it didn't emerge immediately, is more like people taking the game kind of seriously. Understanding the mechanics so deeply that it was a little bit like they were pro Payday players. Obviously they weren't. There's never been any money in Payday except for that one time they had an esports tournament. But yeah, there's a few things missing to get that kind of critical mass ball rolling. But it ain't a dead game, alright? That I will not abide by. Let's try this again. We'll go syntax error again. Heist is fun, but we just keep destroying it. You have zero intention to change over to Payday 3 since you're a Crime Spree player? Yeah, there's nothing like Crime Spree, although Crime Spree came relatively late into Payday 2's life, and it's not something that's beyond them developing. We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't think Crime Spree is perceived as that popular a mode, unfortunately, so I'm not sure it will be a priority. It is easy clickbait for a YouTube title, you're not wrong. But it's also just it's become terminology that I'm not super fond of. You see people talking about major, like massive games with huge followings, like Overwatch being a dead game. It must be soul destroying as a developer or a content creator for those games. Especially if it is your livelihood. I just think it's frustratingly dismissive language that annoys me to hear. Yes, Payday esports. Yes, people did win tournament money in Payday 2. Game abandonment is something you're worried about. I can see that, but I know within the studio that's not something that's been been put on the table. The intention with Payday 3, as far as I'm aware, is to develop it for in a very similar way to how they developed Payday 2. No, we don't stealth. I'm an anti-stealth man anyway. But yeah, the plan is to develop and update this game, run it as a live service, as they did with Payday 2. As long as they possibly can, but also like at least long enough to fully fund the development of their new self-published game, which is that Dungeons and Dragons one.
I can do hostage negotiations
So yeah,
if you tie down some civilians.
I wouldn't worry too much about game abandonment. But they will have to make the right moves to keep the game active and alive. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone at Starbreeze actually thought this matchmaking system was good. I think it was a trying to find the right words. I think it was just a necessary evil of the online system they went for. Deep Silver? Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Deep Silver were the ones developing the game. Alright, that was kind of funny. I refuse to hand over all responsibility to Deep Silver's decision makers, because I don't actually think, Plan have been as involved in those things as can be made out. It's crazy ambitious to make a D&D game when your studio's not in a great spot. But the thing is, the studio was in a pretty good spot. Going into the release of Payday 3, it was full steam ahead, and actually Payday 3 has been a financial success already. I don't know how successful the first DLC round's been, but Payday 3 has been a success. If you just look at it from a purely economic standpoint. But yeah, Project Baxter's been in the works for more than 6 months. So Project Baxter, I would guess, is backed on the idea that Payday 3 would be a success. But it does seem like Game Workshop's pretty willing to throw around their IP with some serious success recently. Oh, I think the game would be very different if it was self-published. So I'm not giving Deep Silver a free pass on this or anything. The only people who can make it a difference moving forward are Starbreeze. Right? It's their IP. They have the rights to it. So with that in mind, it's important that they take responsibility for these things, and they're the ones that work towards changing and adding what the community wants. And they are absolutely, the community wants an offline mode. They want more ways to be able to play the game with friends, to be able to find new friends online. Fundamentally, the game also needs some looking at, because I just think it's such a good blank canvas. But as I've been consistently complaining about, the way assault waves work and the way difficulty is sort of functionally scripted, it just isn't quite right yet. You hope they don't push out the microtransactions that were found in the files. Okay, I can tell you for one thing, they will not push out the microtransactions that were found in the files. Specifically. Will they push out microtransactions? Only time will tell. It was the plan. I imagine it's still the plan as far as investors are concerned. I think it's worth making noise if that is something you don't want to see. Personally, I don't want to see it. I think it comes... Oh, mate. I think the problem is it comes to the detriment of actual things that are unlockable within the game, and that's what frustrates me the most about the idea. Why is that just like straight up chilling? Oh, gonna blow myself up. I think I managed to knock him into that. That was kind of sick.
Reporting acute server failure in server room E.
An overkill weapon that is actually an ammo drop, an armor drop? Yeah, it's a kind of neat idea. I like the idea of being able to call in like additional supplies.
Uploading data to DoD.
Oops. Like this wave 1 is always too easy, and then wave 2 spikes so hard if you've actually progressed on these Techie spawns. And the fact that every single heist goes that way, it sucks, because it means there isn't really that RNG that Payday is known for. I don't think anyone's fighting to be the true creators of the hacking circles. I think the way game development works is like, good developers and designers play other games and go, hey, I think this concept works pretty well. It's obviously not something that's trademarked in any way. Let's give it a go. What I would say is GTFO's hacking circles works better due to the pacing of that game. This game, the hacking circles really slows down the gameplay, and that's why it's so disliked. So I have less of an issue with the fact that it was a somewhat copied concept, and more of an issue with the fact that I just don't think it fits the gameplay.
Another server room's just opened. The AI's overheating. Get back to the control room
and we'll have to see what they do with Den of Wolves. You know, if they release Den of Wolves and the lockpicking minigame is similar to Payday 3's, I'm not going to be mad. No one's gonna be like, God damn it, that was Mio's creation. Yeah, hacking circles are a bad idea because of how much they emphasize co-op gameplay, but it isn't even engaging co-op gameplay. It's just split up and look for clues. Oh, yeah. Ruining my life.
You absolved Scry of their sins. Now start pulling servers and run them through the access terminal. We need to verify which ones contain our drone data.
Oh, I do have ECM jumpers, though, don't I? Hey, ECM's down. This is sick. Oh, I really like that. Won't lie. What a cool effect. Sadly, I'm one-shotting those things, but I feel like maybe the Ziv Commando has another way to stun things. Useful.
They deployed the hostage rescue team.
I mean, yeah, no, Den of Wolves is Starbreeze. It's a lot of those originals. Where the hell is she? Techie! Come out, come out! I don't think Deep Seal would get to pull the plug. I don't think it works like that. Where the hell is the Techie? I could be wrong, but I don't believe that's how it works. You know, it's they have an agreement in terms, and it's, as far as I know, it's more than just a contract in principle. It's absolutely contracted in that they will support the game for X amount of months. I believe it's 18 financially. But my understanding is then all publishing rights would be returned back to Starbreeze. But I mean, hell, I want Den of Wolves to be a fantastic game and do well. Not only because I really like Ulf and Simon and I want the game to be successful, but also, like, I don't think that more competition in the in this space, in the heisting space in particular, is a bad thing. It's just going to push both games to be better. 18 months promised as of now. Yeah, but that was always how Payday 2's development went as well, back when it was 505 Games, and I think even when it was Starbreeze self-publishing, it was always promised on like a not on a month-to-month basis, but on a periodic basis. Nada's grenades hurt so bad now, man. Competition is good for players. See, there it is. Mio confirms it. It'll obviously be fascinating to see what direction they take Den of Wolves in. It looked a lot more narrative than Payday 3. It'll be interesting to see if it's super experimental. Mio, these techies, they gotta go, man. They are ruining my life.
Guess they ran out of cops. Catch your breath, but stay alert.
I got very confused. I'm not running transporter, so I'm basically the worst teammate. People should be able to queue for what they want to play, 100%. Like loud and stealth queuing makes a huge difference. One of the reasons why almost all the gameplay you'll see from me in my like regular videos, build videos and things, one of the reasons it's almost always solo is that I don't want to have to ruin everyone's stealth run when I play online. But if I'm showcasing a loud build, like I don't have the time to play around in stealth all day when I'm trying to work on a specific video type. More annoying in good ways and less annoying in bad ways. Okay, that sounds ominous, but I'm here for it. I also want you to, when you next see Jimmy in work, can you please let him know that all his weapon work has been fantastic. But god damn it, he just needs to tell me what the numbers are. Send me the spreadsheets. Hi, Project Destroy. I mean, I even have ECMs on this build ready to go. So they shouldn't be as annoying.
For fuck's sake, the cops aren't retreating this time.
Alright. Let's try this new. Come on. Ah, I didn't work on those. Oh, see me. What is happening? You hear the noise that man just made. And a new design. Oh, exciting. Yeah, let them know they're really good. Best part about the DLC, in my opinion. But I just want more numbers, man. Especially Armor Pen. I don't really know how much damage those sentries do. I believe that those visual design might have been outsourced. To whom I do not remember. I have been a filthy ammo guzzler, or armor guzzler, I should say. I apologize, everybody.
That's 1. 3 bags and counting. That's 5. That's 6 bags.
Is armor up still meta for loud builds? I would say it probably should be, yes. You're still going to make a positive impact on your team's resource economy by running it, especially if you run it sensibly. Yeah, I really like that heist. I think it's very good, and I think the escape isn't as bad as I thought it was. It's very slow on hard and normal, but on very hard and overkill, it's quite fast. Not enjoying how Payday 3's combat tempo is lower and sustained for longer. I get what you mean. I don't think it's always lower. I mean, if you think about that interaction then in that final charge where I rush down that group and the bulldozers, that's pretty fast paced. Payday 2 is paced just like that. I kind of agree it is sustained for shorter periods though. Or sorry, is sustained for longer, more drawn out assault waves. I think what we were talking about before, Mio, if you're still in chat, is that the way difficulty and scaling is tied to objectives is why overkill remains easy pretty much no matter how hard you try and make it for groups. As a solo player, all the changes have made overkill harder. Absolutely. Because I played a bunch of solo overkill to record my last video. Some of it was quite difficult, even when I wasn't limiting myself to like no shooting and stuff. Crew AI are in a pretty good spot, by the way. They are right as tanky as they should be, I would say. But the problem I have with it is that when you're playing in a group, you can just speedrun, but without really even meaning to. You just have to know how to complete the objectives relatively quickly, and you'll outpace the spawns. And so none of the difficulty feels a lot less organic than it would otherwise. That's my my hot take on difficulty. Let's use the other weapon we've not used yet. And should we do I don't feel there's any point going for max bags overkill cook-off, but we can do some bags overkill cook-off. Yeah, so the visuals of the doses, I believe, were outsourced. I think it was for a lot of the specials, but their mechanics, their voice lines, things like that are internal. I forgot where the zipline bag even goes on this heist. get the loot, get out sort of playstyle. Yeah, it is sort of innate. It is sort of innate to the way the game functions that that's how difficulty works. I wonder if, and one of the things that I was suggesting before, and I think someone in chat was talking about, the possibility of like cop spawns not being limited to certain timings. So like maybe a dozer could spawn earlier into the heist, but they spawn with a much lower frequency, or it's a specific scripted event as we saw with like Hoxton Breakout in Payday 2. That sort of thing. I'm glad you you get my point in it though, because I just think it's going to be virtually impossible for you to ever make the game as hard as you want it to be on the harder difficulties without making it outright unfair. Whilst competent teams can essentially speed through every single heist.
Nice try. I'm pulling the alarm.
Bingo!
I dug up Bane's old notes from your last cook on the CrimeNet archive. Looks like we need muriatic acid, caustic soda, and...
Yeah, I saw Jem mention, because of his colorblindness, he's struggling to see the difference between tasers and regular enemies. I don't find it that difficult, probably because I'm kind of used to how many regular cops there are in the assault, and I see someone who looks slightly different, I just assume, okay, that's a taser. But yeah, they could stand out more, without even being as garish as like Payday 2's tasers are. What weapon am I using? This is the new FIK marksman rifle. It basically doesn't kick, but it has... I don't know the specifics of the stats, but as I understand it has pretty high headshot multiplier damage, but pretty shit body shot damage. So you really need to hit those heads. Oops. It is a bit of an aim tester, is how I see it. And actually a really fun weapon to use. I'm running it on this heist because we might as well take down some heavy squads later on. Yeah, I've seen some people say this weapon is bad. And my initial assumption was that it would be bad as well. So I'm completely guilty of that. But you don't need a one-shotting marksman rifle when it shoots as fast and consistently as this one does. I would also like to point out to everyone in chat, Mio, Real Slavic there in Twitch chat, is the lead designer for Payday 3. He's been on the stream before, it was a really good stream. Will be up on YouTube for everyone very shortly. It is actually processing it as we speak. But yeah, he's incredibly willing to hear any of your feedback and plays the game a lot himself. Proves that developers aren't bad at their games, you know? We did some Overkill Heist, didn't we? Can complete Overkill Heist while being grilled on his game design decisions. Sorry, did I say lead? I didn't mean senior. Because there's quite a few game designers on Payday 3. Most of whom I've met. But not all, I don't believe. It'll be good to get that video up though, because I have seen lots of people asking me about it. You can see just how weak this thing is as a body shot weapon, but damn, I turned on those boys. I challenge you to find the van on this heist. What, the FBI van? Or do you mean the the escape van? I know there was a bug where it wasn't showing up. Yeah, the weapon pack is completely the best part of the DLC. I have pretty consistently been enjoying these new weapons. Hey, Baconator! Thank you for the Twitch sub. It's going pretty well, actually. I'm on holiday in Norway at the moment. I say I'm on holiday, I'm back in the apartment where I was when the game launched and stuff. It isn't really a holiday. It's more back to living with my partner for Christmas. So I'm in a great mood. Oh, that guy was blending in with the wall. I've got a new video coming up tomorrow. Today to the patron and channel member legends. And then Payday 2 challenge running coming. But you guys know how long those take me to make, so still a little bit left to do with that one. Oh, the FBI van. It spawns like out here, out there, or over there, isn't it? Pretty consistently. Very hard, feels nice. Yeah, I think very hard is quite a well-balanced difficulty, actually. I don't think it needs to be touched. It really is just overkill needs to be slightly harder, or at least more consistent in its difficulty. And the other difficulties are fine by me. I don't know whether new players have been struggling in particular with normal and stuff.
30 seconds until they hit you. Focus, people.
I assume not, based on the fact that most people were able to complete it back in Gamescom. Am I using the new marksman rifle? Yeah. I actually really like it with no scope as well. I'll have to try it with a scope, but this like MP5K, old MP5K iron sight feels really nice. I'm gonna go set up an infosonic.
Here we go.
You're revisiting your Animal Crossing Wild World save on your DS. Now that is a classic. I played the Wii version for like death when I was a kid. It's called Let's Go to the City in the UK. That was awful. I'm relying way too much on my own aim. Thank you. Yeah, getting downed is really bad punishment at the moment. Because it means I have to soak up an entire arm plate. Not ideal. And then really I need to soak up a second one, but I'll try and let this one take some damage first.
I called in the van for pickup. Get ready to toss in the meth. If there are any chemicals left,
People have been telling you that they can't beat normal after the plate up now. Okay. Well, I would argue they were completing normal the wrong way beforehand. That or they're absolutely exaggerating. Oh, shit! Oh, dude, my gun is on the wrong side of my body.
I told you to be careful.
What have you done to me?
I got word the cops are blocking all the roads out of here. There's anti-air
That is actually the first time I have been in a like failed cook.
labs no good to us
I kind of rate it.
anyway.
Oh god. I know exactly what you mean. They're like me villages. I saw that coming. Sadly, I didn't get to shoot any heavy SWATs because we blew up the lab. Yes, that was the lab exploding. I didn't change into like a third-person shooter. I've never seen that happen before with new weapons. I hope we get more gadget skill lines to new gadgets. Yeah. I mean, ECM's just got a huge buff, and they feel pretty good now. Oh, don't stress it, Arco. I'd already kind of thrown by losing all those plates of armor and going down, so... Not to worry. Did that unlock a sight for us? It did. I'm not sure how into the classic RDS I'd be on this, though.
This small bank has an
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's play Golden Shark. I feel like I've not played this heist in ages. I kind of want to try out more scrambler shenanigans. Probably not on this heist though. Scrambler Zib. The we were using the Scrambler FSA before, and it felt alright, but the problem was the FSA was actually killing things, whereas the Ziv is great at not killing things, so all it does is stun. Oh, we already have the lance parts. Arco's always so on it. Yeah, I like the Scrambler skill line. I think it's interesting having such a hybrid loud and stealth setup. I think that the first skill needs to get buffed in terms of how quickly it interacts with drones. But once that's working, I'm quietly confident that like that. And, oh, and also it needs to be able to actually point out techies. That isn't working yet. Then it's an actual counter to techies that I'm down for.
Make your way inside. Security is tight, so stay frosty.
It's funny how like this is the heist that I feel like most people interact with the hybrid stealth mechanics on. I just
The
got
vault is
lost.
between the ground and upper floors. Find a way up there.
What's this?
You need a high
Surprise.
security key card to get access to the upper floor. Hack the computer in the human resources department to find somebody with enough clearance.
But yeah, the stealth viability of it seems pretty insane. I just haven't really used it much yet. Stop observing me. That's the back one.
The parts for the thermal lance are in place. You just need to get them and do the assembly.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Parts are down there. Oh, assumedly it does increase the hack speed. I would assume it does, but like having to have the ECM down sounds kind of
There's the camera.
rubbish for that.
Guard. Spotted a guard. Guard. Watch the guard. Spotted a guard.
Oh, it's... Okay, yeah, V, I get your point. It is quite easy to go full stealth. What I'm saying is people always stealth the first objective instead of spending the, like, 60 seconds with the... Wait, have I messed up?
Guard.
Patricia's Shark has won awards for ethical
Yeah, I
business
have.
practices 3
Because
years running.
we're now...
Once we get a hold of her secrets,
There's the
she
guard.
I now need
kiss
to get
that award
this
goodbye.
thing. What the hell?
Can't be in here. This area's
Don't worry, I'm
just a
not.
conversation. You're coming with me.
Guard over there. It's a
Freeze! Right there.
What the hell?
All right.
mask up. Game on.
I'll teach him.
Let's make some money.
Shit, that's the alarm. Let's get busy, people.
He's in that room.
The alarm going off locked out the gate to the upper floor. Find
Why is
somebody
it trying to
with
make
the
me
clout
use
to
that?
override it. Look in the HR department.
Left the circle. Yeah, I know. I because I wasn't that bothered, I was actually just testing to see how that worked. I couldn't remember if they were able to go, oh, he's clearly outside of the area,
Check everywhere. The bathrooms, elevators, offices. He must
or whether
be
they got
there.
angry. The answer is they get angry. They probably shouldn't get angry. Can't get a full-man team on overkill on some heists like 99 boxes and under the surface. Yeah, I do think that those have become some of the less popular heists. 99 boxes I'm not a massive fan of, I will be honest. Under the surface though, definitely an underrated heist.
That's the door to the
Alright,
vault.
circle time.
Give me access to the control panel and I'll force the door open.
Down, motherfucker.
Don't let anyone touch the panel while I'm running the hack.
Oops.
I was afraid of this. When the alarm got triggered, the security systems started trying to shut down the Wi-Fi.
Needs his power trip moment. Yeah, that's why he's in the role for in the first place. You guys know it. Oh, I forgot how much more comfortable I am using this keyboard. I love my Norway setup. It's all my old stuff, like all the stuff I used to do when I came back to Payday 2 like pretty seriously in 2019. This is where all my stuff was.
No, that's not it. Find another.
New skill line for remotely controlled RC car. We're gonna...
Some serious
Oh, what was it
hardware to
called
breach
in
the
COD?
vault once I'm done with
It
that
was an
control
RC
panel.
car, wasn't it? Black Ops 1. With like C4 strapped to them. Yeah, give me that. I want that. No C4 in this game, actually. Kinda missing. Oh yeah, ACMs kill drones anyway. Good point,
Okay,
Mia.
I'm
Good
in.
point. Doesn't work quite as I would like it to.
You have 30 seconds until the assault. Lock and load.
Yeah, under the surface, you either need the zip line or the extra loot drop, or you just go loud at the end because the chopper comes in quite quickly. Yeah, no shape charges or anything. That was one of my complaints about like losing that heist fantasy sort of thing. I do think it's missing, and I would like to see it come back. And I wasn't even a player who really played like that. Like, I was a full-time anarchist bozo just running around killing things. Which is really why Payday 3 appealed to my animal brain. God damn. Does this thing have an insane drop off? Because those shots were hitting. It's not hitting very hard.
Hostage rescue units are on site.
Here comes Big Chungus. Everyone's favorite. Yes, some people still have broken achievements on Steam, as I understand. I think Little Guy G still does. At least, I'm assuming he does, because he moans about it all the time. I've noticed that Zappa's mines have been doing a better job of actually getting me recently. Proud of them. Yeah, there is something kind of broken about the fact we're all fighting each other for kills here. Where'd he go?
Cloaker's fucking history!
Cloaker's traversal on this map is consistently insane. Do you think they'll have like 50 plus skill lines? Oh, I mean, it's crazy. Like, we've been getting a new skill line every update. I think Mia's got enough ideas for it. But yeah, I want more like heisting fantasy ones. It was like such a major keynote for the game. While New Shotgun isn't broken like the Moscone, it's really fun. I think the New Shotgun is better than Payday 3's Moscone. Personally. The Moscone is better against dozens, but against regular enemies, the FSA tears them up. Very good with stun skills. I would describe it as a Ziv commando that actually kills people. In fact, I'm pretty sure my next video might involve the word broken and that shotgun. So don't read into it too much. It's just YouTube titles. But anyone know what happened to Wordsmith? Yeah, he left the company about... I believe he left the company around about the end of Silk Road. I could be wrong though. I think it might have been before then. It would make sense if he left then, because that is when the narrative really changed. And it started being more about building Payday 3's world than it did expanding upon Payday 2's. But yeah, Wordsmith left a little while ago. And we have Brennan Gilpatrick. Very, very talented writer. And all around great guy who seems to be doing a lot of the lead like story and writing work. Uh-oh. Hang on, I'm getting a call. It might be that she wants me to let her in. It is. Alright. You guys protect me. One sec.
Yeah! Thermal man's 1, vault door 0. Now pack it up so we can get into the vault. Come on, open up! Alright, we're after 2 things. The server and the cache. Here's hoping Shark has the details of
Sorry,
all her
I opened the
dirty
door.
deals on that server, including information about the conspiracy against you guys.
God. I'm running over all my cables. It's a mess. It's a mess. Thank you for the protection, everybody.
Check everywhere. It's probably hidden.
It's Bane, like B-A-I-N. It's that kind of Bane.
That cache. Grab as much as you can. They're coming in 30 seconds. Get ready.
Yeah, I think Shade's pretty likable. I rate her character. She she performs such a similar job to Bane.
Moving.
I don't think either of them have absolutely box office personalities. And I think that is by design.
Here we go.
Sniper taken care of! Got rid of that fucking sniper!
Oh damn, this weapon has insane drop off. Was that a 3-shot kill?
Okay, now hold out until the chopper's there.
Little guy G, how's it going? My traffic control legend, thank you for the sub. I'm sorry, you'll get it one day. They might just have to like full on get in contact with Steam for this one. I'm in the exalted few who actually didn't have these kind of game-breaking issues. I've been calling him Batman Bane all this time, yep. This weapon is super satisfying, dude. Oh, Arco, get that more. What is going on here? Alright. Okay, we dealt with it. Most unhinged approach to fighting a bulldozer, but... We're fine. Little guy G, is that your final achievement? Is that the only one you're missing? Because I think you really should have protested and refused to do any other achievement until that one got fixed. Yeah, I mean, it's a single-fire marksman rifle. You expect it to have a one-shot kill potential. It doesn't. It hits pretty goddamn weak. It's still insanely satisfying. I don't know. Something about it I like. Sorry. It probably shouldn't have the same headshot heavy SWATs challenge though. Guys, I'm so tempted to take you hostage. You don't understand. I need to headshot heavy SWATs. Might lose my partner status if I do it.
Well done. That sure left him.
Yeah, I mean, it's 22, right? Like, it should be quite
It'll
weak.
take them months to repair all the bullet holes.
This is definitely one of the most efficient heists in the game for leveling, by the way. Like, sub 13 minutes. We probably could have done it slightly faster. 4 bags plus heist. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's not as good as Rock the Cradle, but I have done that heist far too many times. Speed stealth. Alright. My girlfriend has just returned. It's probably food o'clock. I'm going to end this one a little early. Thank you so much for stopping by and assisting with those few challenges I need to do. I've got a build video coming for those of you enjoying Payday 3 and interested in the new weapon packs. A little hint as to what it might be. take care, and I'll see everyone soon.